Good morning. How are you guys doing? Oh, that's George. Morning. You barely get dressed. Yes. Good morning. Good morning, guys. How are you? You want yesterday? You won? Who you won yesterday? Yes, we won yesterday. We won. So good morning. We won. My jaw hurts. Good morning. Morning, guys. So this is the outfit of the day. Oh, yeah. That's how I went outside. It's a little cold, but not much. Hi, good morning. I am. Good morning, gaming. How are you? So, went to a meeting this morning, but look. Good morning. So what are you doing? I don't know. Emily, I don't know. Usain Bolt. That's for you. My jaw hurt. I haven't laughed in a while. Celebration. Easy, easy. Good morning. Problem. Hey guys, hey. My son is over there, so I have to be acting weird. You know, when you're getting older, you realize how you're getting cuter. Guys, I'm gonna post 2 shorts of my kids. I get them a haircut. I found a new barber. And the barber lined them up. So they look good. My jaw hurt. You know, when you don't laugh for a while, like real laugh, we're not talking real laugh, like hurt. in this kind of weather. And I have a bird in my hair yet, but you know, look bad. You see, I told you what the weather. Your hair look different with the weather. So good morning, everybody. Good morning. Thank you all so very much. Where you going? So good morning to everybody. Thank you all for stopping by. Yes, guys, we enjoy ourselves. Too much, but we have 7 days. We got 7 days to love. Somebody said crazy. We got 7 days, guys. 7 days. 7 days and 1 day I can laugh. Yes. I can laugh. And we won yesterday, guys. The Lion won yesterday. They played 1,000,001 sport in one yesterday. Come on now. That's a whole lot yesterday. They did good. They did good. Cause man, accident Justin Gatlin, accident Usain Bolt, accident Asafa Powell, accident rugby, which is a tough sport there. Accident not jet ski. Accident yes, they do jet ski too. Yes, man. Accident the snow slide skating the skating ring thing too. They do that yesterday too. And what else they do? They do boxing. Oh, they do boxing for sure yesterday. Both team. They did a lot of sports in one tag of war. Give me the ball. Don't you see all of that yesterday? They do all of that yesterday. We can't wait for that day to see them over there, and I know they're going there, so I'm getting my crazy self up. I'm getting ready. It's a ratify. Say hi. They did a lot of sports in the one yesterday. They remind me of when you give your maths in what they call it, geometry, and then give you the angles. With a bunch of different angles in one. Asante sana, squash banana. What is that? I think that means thank you or something like that. Enjoy with Naomi. Hi. Asante sana, I think mean how are you? Hello. Say thank you, I think. Because I'll be watching my girl here, and our brother. Enjoy with Naomi. Say you have a great day. Thank you. Enjoy with Naomi. Greetings. Guys, me have to take my time because my son over the other side. But they did a lot of sports in one yesterday. Yes, man. A lot of sports they did. They did a lot of sports. He said, God bless you, my lovely friend. Thank you so much. Enjoy with Naomi. Bless up yourself. Oh, I don't know what that means. I need to come to Africa so I can learn everything. I watch a lot of Kenyans, and I normally hear they say Asante Sane. I think it means thank you. Thank you. Or Aya. I think Aya mean okay. Aya. So the YouTuber they will Kenya, they probably when they hear me say that they know who. They know who I learned that from. You know, Aya. Asante. I think I don't know. I think it mean thank you. Guys, I thought they would get a lot more goals yesterday, though, a lot more touchdowns, but they did give us a show. You see, Amanda? Oh, you're a Nyabingi? Oh, okay. Which part in Africa? We always hear about Nyabingi, but I don't know what it's really about. I think they have a song about Nyabingi, a Jamaican. I think it's a Jamaican artist with something about Nyabingi, but it's a long time. It's a whole song. So bless up yourself. It's a light, nice lady. Thank you. Enjoy with Naomi. Bless up yourself. Hope everybody doing good today. I haven't eaten nothing yet, but this is forever lime water with acid. Jaden, Jaden,
Yes.
do you hear teacher talking to you?
Yeah.
Okay, so what? You know I can see. I don't speak the language, so Hakuna Matata. Is that a bus? Something you talk about Matata? You on a bus? You on the bus? Is that Matatu? Matatu? Is that bus? When I come to Africa, they gonna have to teach me a whole lot of the language. I learn a few of them though. Enjoy with that. Enjoy. Oh, I did it. I did it. I did it. Oh, it means no worries in Swahili. Oh, okay. Hakanuna Matata. Oh, no worries. Hakuna. I think you have to say it little fast to really get a whole understanding. It's a nice queen, nice. Yes, I got it. I got it. So that face they think they're making like. Yeah. And then I haven't braid my hair yet. I was gonna braid my hair in that color, but then I said the occasion for tomorrow I don't want no braid in my hair. I just want my natural hair to go. So we have a big day tomorrow. Big day. And when I mean a big day, it's a big day. Don't know what the day gonna hold, but I know what I'm gonna hold. Me. I'm gonna enjoy my life. They say I like your rings. Thank you, enjoy with Naomi. Yeah. I gotta get me some more on my fingers. I like jewelry. Issa Newton say, hey, where are you from? I am from Jamaica, living in Michigan. How are you? Greetings to everybody. Good morning. Guys, I'm just here sitting down a little bit and they gonna eat me some leftover food little more. But right now I'm not really hungry because I have a big day coming up tomorrow. I just want to just I took me some what do I call it? I took my thing I'm testing out, so I took that this morning. It was pretty good. That's all I did. I went to a meeting this morning too, so yeah. So that's all I did, and I'm drinking this water now. This water, and then this kind of weather give you allergy. Wise and corporate guys, you're my guys. Yeah. So we're enjoying the weather so far. The weather is not that bad where I am at. How is the weather by you guys? It's not that bad over here. So yeah. And I went to a meeting this morning and I got these little goodies for my kids. What is this? They had a goodies. What is this? Oh, what is this? Oh, I think it's a bracelet. Oh, child. Okay. So what is this? What is this? Oh, this is weaving. Yeah. I'm gonna show my sons how to weave too. This is weaving. This is the weaving technique. People out of Africa will know this. The weave. It's weaving. You are stronger than the storm. Inspirational coloring book for adults. Oh, look what they say. Ain't that cute? I got it this morning. He said, "You are stronger than this storm." Oh, okay. That's a good encouragement. You can't control what other people say or do. Okay. Look, that's what he say right there. So while you're coloring as an adult, okay. I wonder where they get these look about. These are cute. Don't compare your inside to someone else outside. Guys, hey, this is a cute little book. Oh, that was so cute. Don't I like it? Don't compare your insides to someone else outside. That's nice. Be what is it? I don't understand. Be brave. What is this brave? B-R-A-V-E? Yeah, okay. I think they said be brave. Oh yeah. It looked like he said be brave. Okay. Oh, because I would say, okay, so it's an adult crayon book. Try your best. Peach for this. What? The stars. Oh, reach for the stars. Okay, so they're talking about you reach for the stars. Okay, so while you're coloring as an adult, it's an adult book, like coloring book. It's the things you have to do, like when you go to a little function and you're there, and you just remind yourself to just try your best, do your best. Okay, believe in yourself. Oh, life isn't always fear. I know, right? Because I gotta deal with it tomorrow. Well, let's see how fair it is for tomorrow. There is no elevator to success. You have to take the stairs. I know they're not talking the stairs, but I'm laughing because I don't like climbing the stairs. I climb it all my years, exercising, running. So the elevator ain't for me if I'm trying to achieve. Never give up. So they have it there. See there, if you want that one. If you want that, see there. I don't know if you turn upside down. It's so funny. There is no elevator to success. You have to take the stairs. Oh, anybody hate the stairs? This one will slap me in the face. Make it happen. Yeah, make it happen. Yes, I understand this. Make it happen. Everyone has a chance to make a difference. Oh, for sure. Yeah, so we all have a chance to make a difference. Smile today, make a difference. Somebody could be out here and needed just that little smile, because they probably say, "What you smiling for?" It's not what am I smiling for. Sometimes there's nothing to smile about, but when that's how it go. Keisha Harvey a good morning, beautiful. Good morning, Keisha Harvey. I have to be making loud, like a noise. But I thought this was for my children. It's for me. Be kind. Be kind. Be brave enough to live your life. This one said, be brave enough to live your life. You see that? Oh, I wonder where I go ask her where she get these. Or if anybody know, they call inspirational coloring book for adults. That's cute. Because sometimes we have a lot on our plate, guys. So this is really a good little motivation leading up to tomorrow. Wow. Not to say you don't know what things are, but great reminders. Just get started. Okay? Just get started. Got it. Dream big. Six works harder. Dream big, six. Oh, no. Dream bigs work harder. Okay. I thought they said work hard. It works smarter, not harder, but everybody tastes. Stay curious. Curious George. That's me, so stay curious. Okay, what's the other one? Happy every day. These these scam calls making the rounds. Ah, keep up the good work. Oh, you are brilliant. You are brilliant. We need reminders, right, adults? I thought this was for the kids. Can you see what this one say? It said, it takes courage to face your own weakness. Oh my goodness. It really do. Because sometimes we worked up so much. It really does. It said it takes courage to face your own weakness. Because we all know our strength. But sometimes we don't know what our weakness is. And sometimes we don't know our strength. Sometimes we confuse our weakness with our strength. Yes, we do. But just to say, it takes courage to face your own weakness. It's like you identify your weakness and you're willing to do something about your weakness. That's all it is. So it's not have to get up every day and do the blame game. It's just about identify where you went wrong in your equation. So we all have an equation. Yes, we do. We have an equation because when you go back to the drawing board, you're looking back at the equation to see where have you went wrong, what could you have done, what you could have changed, what you couldn't change, but what can you do going forward so these same things don't happen again, are constantly being happening over and over and over. So it's I like it. Take courage. It takes courage to face your own weakness. It's like taking accountability for your actions. So you take that courage when you stand up as a man or a woman and take accountability for our own actions. You know what I mean? So it's basically telling you nothing wrong with your weakness. As long as you're willing to take the necessary step to make adjustment, make changes, and going forward, making things so that you don't have to keep living the same way like before. Oh, that's nice. And he said, I gotta ask them where they do you guys already get these little cute little books? Because I was starting it was just for kids, but little did I know it was for my grown up. Yeah. Hey. And happy every day. Oh, some days you ain't gonna be happy, so you have to just try it. Some days you ain't gonna be happy, but try your best to be happy. Don't just like one of the meeting we were in, they were talking to us about sometimes we don't know what other people are going through and we don't know what the children are going through. We don't know what anybody is going through, so we have to take into consideration. They call it a smart connection. I think something like that they were saying. It's about smart connection, where we have to learn to take off our own issues or problems and learn to look within our children to see that sometimes they could be having a bad day and like they were referring to like coming to school, go, you as parents, sometime before you leave the house, you could stop at the store to say you're gonna do. They were saying to think of ourselves, think of the situation of life. Like you have a car, you're in the driver's seat, but then as soon as you stepped out the car, you go into the store to grab something. By the time you get back out the store and then you come back to your car, you realize you have locked the key in the car. So wherever you were heading and trying to get there early, whether to drop the kids off to get to work early, you realize that this not going to happen at this time because what happened? You get out the car, out the driver's seat, go into the passenger side, and then realize that you locked yourself in the car. So now you're in the trunk trying to get mad, upset, and saying, oh, if I didn't go in the store, did I need this? Did I really need? I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't do that. But you said just to tell yourself that life happens and it happens so fast and it happens so quick. But we don't have to let our whole entire day ruined by situations that come our way because it's the whole day, we have the whole entire day, but don't let whatever we're going to ruin the whole entire day. So that was beautiful today. Yeah, that was something they were talking about at the school and how they have to be considerate, and then next week they want to have a meeting with us because with the shutdown going on they all parents they want to come to school because they say they have something important to talk to us about. So all parents next week Monday, where my son go to school, all parents they want to talk to next week Monday. I don't know exactly what it's gonna pertain in. I know it's gonna pertain into what's going on, but we don't know what the outcome gonna be like. So all of us, all parents, have to be there next week Monday. So just hope and pray everything can be resolved before next week Monday, so that because it's not gonna be easy when demands can't be met. You know what I mean? Plus, teachers gotta get paid. Everybody gotta get paid, not just teachers, but everybody who are working and getting their paycheck coming from, you know, the areas that they need to get their pay from. And if they're gonna be in a halt or standstill, that can also put everybody in a standstill. So I totally understand and sympathize with everybody because it's not easy when you're doing what you gotta do and everything is out of your control. It's not easy. So just keep everybody in your thoughts and prayers, people, because yes, sometimes you can have a good life and have everything going because you create that good life and you have everything going. But then if you work where you work a 9 to 5 to get your pay, and then things are gonna be affected by who pay you. Where your pay come from. It depends on where your pay come from. Not everybody pay come from there. You know what I mean? Because some people do things differently, but you know who you guys are. It's gonna be tough even when you create a life for yourself, and sometimes it's gonna force you to go into things that you didn't want to go into, like your saving, because you don't know. So let's hope and pray and stand with everybody that is out here and making the best use of their life and working so hard, so tirelessly, sometimes no days off, sometimes no rest or anything. And sometimes they day off, meaning that they have to spend time with family, spend time taking their children to the games within that time because that's the time they get and everything. So for everything put on halt and stand still, plus we don't know what's going to happen to most of the schools that are funded and everything. So we have to put a lot into consideration. A lot of things that are funded. It's not just school, it's several different things that are funded. We don't know what's going to happen yet. So it just goes to show that right now we just need to just keep praying and hope and pray that, they have a turnaround quick. They find a solution quickly that everybody can work with, you know what I mean? So everything can resume and people can feel comfortable again. Because, the longer you draw out, this more stress will be built upon not just families, but also the people that are taking care of families. Like like parents who have to work, go to work, and you have to send your kids to school. What if the school can no longer operate and all these things? That can bring a lot of stress, because then how you gonna work? So it's a lot. So we just have to hope and pray that they come around real quick, and whatever decision each side need to make, they can make it and come to a resolution quick and fast, so that things don't have to go all the way out and stretched out. And because I will bring frustration for so many, because some people live, even though they might work in our sector, certain sectors, they still do live paycheck to paycheck. You understand? Because of the cost of living, the high rent, the high mortgage, the high this or so there's no, it's like driving on the road and you got no room for error. Sometimes you ever see those big old truck on the road, they don't got a lot of errors, a lot of room for errors. It's not like a little car where you have more little room to scoot over. A big truck, when it big on the road, too big, already fit in the lane, barely little any room left for error. So the possibility of a big truck bunk somebody quick, it is easy because they barely have any room. But when you have a little car, the possibility of you squeezing over is easier. You understand? You can slide through. You understand? And that's why they tell us sometimes it's not what you work, it's what you save. And even though you'll be wondering, but this little bit, how do I save? It's not what you work, it's what you save. Because it just goes to show it not really matter. 'Cause you can work big and the big things just knock you out so quick, so fast. And you can be at the grassroots and still, yes, you're not making two ends meet the way you want to, but at least you're at that little, you have a little more room to play with, because it depends on how you get your little dividend. But the majority who get their dividend from up there, so they have to be worried, and start make drastic. Yes, some people literally have to start make drastic changes, not because they want to, but if what's going on might force them to make drastic changes about a lot of stuff. Let's say some people have children birthday coming up. Some people go all out for children when they have the birthdays, the extravagant life, and all these things. They might have to pull back until they get clarity and what is going on, or until they say, okay, everything is not hold up no more. You know what I mean? Not to say they can't do it, but you don't want to give a surety for unsurety, so you rather downsize to be safer until you see what is what. I mean, these people are working and they having their income coming in, but if it's gonna be tied up with what's going on, they don't know when they're gonna get it. And then some people they're saying they might not even get back. So that can also put damp onto somebody's livelihood. You know what I mean? So we just have to hope and pray that the best is yet to come, because let me tell you something. You ever see you really hungry? You can't even function. Have you ever seen you really want to sleep and somebody trying to hold a conversation with you? You can't hold up. So just imagine you work hard and your little dividend tied up in whatever you need to be tied up in, and it's not by you. It's not you going to one bank and tie up your money in there and forget your password. It is tied up, it is held up, it's all these things. So you can only imagine. Just use common sense to see how life is. You ever see somebody really hungry? You ever see somebody really want to sleep? They can't hold a conversation. So it's the same way with life. When you don't know, you're working so hard and you don't know what's coming, it's adding stress to you even if you weren't stressed out from before. Because it's gonna force a lot of people to start make adjustment just for those times until they can come to a peaceful solution where everybody can settle on and say, okay, we, we can open now. You know what I mean? Just for those times. But it's still nerve wracking because as parents, you send your children to school, for example, and those teachers have families to take care of. You say anything, whether a hospital, the police force, wherever that they get their money from up there, so anybody get money from up there, so that's who I'm talking to. So however you get paid from them, the people there, who I'm talking to. Like you out there making the sacrifice for us, because I have children in school, for us, and leaving yours home, family, to go make sure that our children are taken care of, or whatever else are taken care of for the population, for the people at large. And then you're in this line not even sure how long it's going to take before maybe something happen, maybe you pay, you don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, that's enough to add stress to your life, even if you weren't stressing before, because it's forcing you to start to think. Eh? It's forcing you now to start make changes, not because you wanted to, because you already had your plan. But they always say expect the unexpected. So true, so true. Because we never know, you know what I mean. But not to say you're not gonna get your stuff, you know what I mean. But you just don't know, because when a lot of stuff being held up, you just don't know. You don't know how long it's gonna take. If it longer it takes. So pray, people, pray and hope that whatever you guys work for, you deserve it. And you should be getting it in due time and everything. So just pray for everybody who have to get their things out up there, sir. Hope and pray that everything can come to. Keeping the fingers crossed so that both sides can come to a resolution so that things can be better. Because remember now, Thanksgiving just around the corner. We're not even talking about Halloween. But we're talking about Thanksgiving around the corner where people plan things with families and friends to feed the homeless, feed the poor, provide so many things. And if everybody had planned for their paycheck. I know that for sure. When you get your paycheck, you already have plans for it. So when you don't get your paycheck, you still have plans for the paycheck, but you don't know when you're gonna get it. And that can push you back, or it can force you to go dip into what you didn't want to dip into. And sometimes you dip into what you didn't want to dip into. And that can also pull you down too, because you see, sometimes the habit is when you take from something that you locked off for so long, and then you go in there, it's like sometimes if you don't have that discipline, you just keep going, keep going until you start to sing pa 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 pa. It's so it's nerve wracking at times. It's nerve wracking, but I just hope and pray that everything can come together and for the greater good, because what affect one affect everybody, and that's what I'm learning. Well, I learned that a long time ago, but when you see things are getting out of hand, what affect one does affect the other, because it's only a matter of time for things to start affect. Because look, I don't know what the meeting gonna be about, but think about when they have this meeting and they say, okay, we might have to close down school for maybe 2 week, a week or so, or we gonna have to run school for only another month. We won't be able to run it for. That can be. That's enough to send you somewhere. You know what I mean? So what affect one really affect, because it's a body, you know. We are a body. It's just like you have a body of water. We are a body of people. And sometimes we see things are happening to one person. And even though you might not be in that equation, because that's not who pay you, or that's not where your pay come from, but it still does affect you one way, shape, form, or the other. Because like I can speak about the school. If you have children in school and then you hear that school reach out and say, depend not all school, but some school that are funded by, you know, then when you have children in those school and then something happen, it does affect you now. You know what I mean? Even though your pay wasn't being affected, because that's not who pay you. You know what I mean? But what else gonna affect you if you have children in these areas, and let's say the school have a meeting with you and say XYZ, then we are in for a surprise, and we're in for like, is this the Christmas you want? Is this the Thanksgiving you want? We ain't talking about no Halloween, because you know Halloween is just about candy, and you know candy's still gonna be on the shelf even after Halloween. But you won't get none of that Thanksgiving for the rest of the year. You see what I'm saying? The year done. Eh? You see what I'm saying? You get one the next year. But whatever you see now counts. You know, everything we see right now, it counts. We can't, yes, a glimpse of the future, but we can't really say, wait, we can put measures in place, plans in place just in case. But everything affects. Doesn't matter because we're a body, you know? We're a body of people. Whatever affect one, affect the other, because of connection, you know? Life is so connected. And when I mean connected, I don't mean we're not talking about people life. We're talking about you sending your children to school. Teachers may be caught up in this situation. Some school, not every school, but school that are funded, you know, can get caught up in not getting their money to pay their teachers. So some teachers might not want to go to work. Some could be laid off. Some may not play around and go find something else to do until they resolve it. You know, I mean, so many things. Plus, people getting laid off. You know, I mean, plus they have their family to feed. Even though they're getting laid off, some people getting laid off. Everybody have somebody to feed. Whether you have children or not, somebody has somebody to feed. You got a mouth, you gotta eat too. You know what I mean? Somebody have somebody. Somebody got the elderly to take care of. Eh? Somebody got somebody taking care of, whether we like it or not. You know what I mean? So even though we're looking at things and we say, oh, that don't apply to me. Oh, well, I can tell you one thing I know. Even if something don't apply to me, but if, for example, I have an uncle, say, for example, working in, well, I have an uncle that work in the health field here in New York. But let's say, for example, he work in there, and he don't get paid, and I had called him. I said, hey, uncle, I'm running behind on some bills. Can you lend me maybe say $500? And uncle was hoping that, okay, when I get this paycheck, I'm gonna give it to you. But he get hold up. You think I am gonna get that money? Okay, he was gonna pay me from his paycheck, not his saving. He would no, he was gonna lend me that money. I give that money to me, whichever, from his paycheck, not his saving. You see what you see? You see what I'm going on? So when you think something don't affect you, it literally does. Because how many times you say, but I be banking on this person, and they told me they were gonna give me something, but life happens, and that's why we have to prepare everyone around us to expect the unexpected. This morning, I heard a lady. They were doing an interview with, and she said her husband worked in government, and I forgot what she worked in, and she said she have a little, she had a daughter, and they're interracial couples too, and she had a daughter, and she said we were planning to have a birthday for her, and we gonna have to change things up now and let her know, because they said they don't know what her birthday party gonna look like. Because as I said earlier, previously, that some people do plan these things and go all out for their children. You know what I mean? And when you can't really fulfill those things, sometimes it make you feel like you fail your children, but it's not really failure. You just have to have conversation with them and let they understand what's happening as soon as you become aware of what's going on, so they can understand. Don't wait till the last minute. As soon as you hear little talk, you have to start have the dialogue. You know what I mean? And just say, keep fingers crossed, because you don't know what's going to happen. Let's pray that everything will change. Let's pray that they will fix things quicker than later. You know what I mean? Let's pray that everything can go back to some normalcy, because it's not easy out here. So as I say, even though you will say, oh, that don't affect me. Anybody ain't gonna go in there saving to go take the money to give somebody. You know what I mean? Especially if they're working hard and know they have a paycheck that they can spare something out of. Come on now. Because you have to save for rainy day too, so you know. So, and that's why we have to be happy throughout this life, people, because the stress that comes sometimes, we didn't call it down on ourselves. A lot of stuff that will be coming, we did not call it down on ourselves. So we have to understand that as well. So don't feel guilty whether you are a parent or you're just working and you feel like XYZ, da 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 da. Hey, pick up your stuff and carry it in your room. Hurry up. Get your laptop first. Plug it out. No. Yes, so what affect one can affect you too. You know, and I know a lot of people who will be worrying about, hey, Christmas coming, this person might be sending me this, sending me that, sending us this. But if they are working in a sector that they could be tied up, their money tied up, not in their control. Everything they go say to you, if you're not a keeping up abreast of what's going on in this world, you will say, oh, they don't want to give it to me, oh, they don't want to this. No, you gonna have to watch current events to understand why. Because sometimes when you tell somebody, hey, we had some major changes, or we have some drastic changes, we can't do what we said we were going to do right now. People really sometimes, because they're not keeping up with what's going on, they're not paying attention, they're not aware and everything, and they will think that, oh, this person told me that they were going to give me this and they lied to me. It's not about lie, you know. Yeah, so you have to, you know, it's not easy, you know. So kudos to everybody who know that they're good in that area where whatever they do, their paycheck will be in. But for so many that get it from up there, you know, where they have to distribute it across organizations and institutions to pay people, those people are, they have a family and they have life, and even though they're making sure everybody's straight, also, but they don't even know if they're gonna be straight. Good thing some people already know how to balance with life, but what about the majority who high cost of living, so many things, probably just get a new car, paying down that car, do so many things, because then you say, yeah, you get a good job, so why not live good? Why not live better? And you're working, you know, you're not you're there. It's so many things are happening that we have to keep abreast of people, whether we are a part of the equation, whether you're working for to get paid from up there or whatever. You still, what affect one affect everybody else, and what affect the heads, you clearly see affect everybody going down to the grass level. You know what I mean? Because even people who are janitors that work for big corporations and stuff like that, that depend on their thing to depend on it, they have to be putting measures in place or so, and so they can be able to pay these people. And some of these people are hired to do certain kind of jobs. So thinking about life, we just have to be praying and hoping that change will come sooner than later, because next month is Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? And for the on 2025 over, that's it. When Thanksgiving come for next month, that's it. You don't have no more Thanksgiving for 2025. So even though you can have many more, but the one you see now, you have to, every time you live to see something, you have to make it count. Whether you celebrate or don't celebrate, you still have to make life count for you within that moment. Because it's life. You could be here today. I could be here talking to you today. And then, damn, you don't see me again, and you're like, oh, she was just here talking to us. You know what I mean? So it just goes to show how valuable life is and how important everything is with with the race, with life. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what walk of life we're from. It just goes to show how important every single thing is. Can you imagine when you don't have no money? So imagine somebody who working and so they go have some money. And they feel like they're in your shoes that don't have no money. Just think about that. It's like you're saying, but the difference with you, at least you know you have something coming in. Yes, you know the difference, but how soon? You know what I mean? You're saying how soon? Because you want to know how soon, how much longer, you know? Because it's not easy. You know what I mean? So when we're looking at life, people, we must look and look with some empathy, some sympathy, some prayers, and some sending some love with everybody. Keep everybody in your thoughts and prayers, because it's not easy, especially when people are out here caring for the lives of other people. So many people, millions of people. These people that you see are out here that are gonna get caught up in these things. Everybody gonna get caught up either way, in some way, form, shape, or the other. But I'm talking about people who gotta get paid, that have to tirelessly, hey, hello, may I help you? Oh, can I speak with so and so? I am having issues. And what can you do? Okay, hold on. And they have to be dealing with you, and then not only knowing that while they're taking care of us, the population or the people, they're not being taken care of when it's need to. You know what I mean? So it's not easy, because that can send nerves. That can send anyone to be spiral, if depending on how, what they say is not what you work is what you save, depending on how everything was. You know what I mean? So life is not easy. And sometimes we hit off our feet. It's not to hit off of it, it's just to tell ourselves that we have to make changes, because we see what can happen. So even if you're new to working up there, working into anything, and you have to get paid, so you just have to tell yourself that, hey, going forward, you have to start make changes. Even with me, I learn in my life right now that going forward, I have to make a lot of changes. And when I mean a lot of changes, not just changes to say changes here, but the way how I buy things, the way how I structure things, the way how I do things, the way how I say things, the way how I live my life. Well, I just live my life simple. I live it simple. If I don't have to go anywhere, I don't go anywhere. If I don't have to do something, I don't do it. You know what I mean? And me, I'm not afraid to knock on the pantry door. You know what I mean? But everybody ain't qualified to knock on no pantry door. And some people, even if they're in that situation where they find themselves in that predicament, they still have to go to work. So even if somebody call them and say, hey, we know a pantry giving away some food, can you come and get some? They got to work. I've done it before for people who are working. And I say, hey, can you send somebody to this place here? They're giving away so many things. They say, oh no, we gotta work. So even though they're working and having a paycheck, but sometimes your paycheck goes in bills. And by the end of the day, you don't have anything to time to nothing. So it's just life. So can imagine when you just imagine when you want to sleep, you can't function. When you're stressed out, you can't function. When everything is going wrong for you, you can't function. So just think about people. And then when you go into organization and stuff like that and dealing with people that are caught up in these situations, don't know where their head is gonna come from, don't know where their pillow is gonna come from. Mind you, people have their own plans, but just to bear in mind that these people sit down 9 to 5, get up every day, hit the road like a jack, do what they gotta do to better so many lives every day. Take care of children, take care of the homeless, take care of the needy, take care of everybody. You know what I mean? But and then their little dividend gotta come from somewhere. It's tough. So when you're going to these places also, just bear in mind and keep them in mind. Yes, some people you might say they're rude or whatever, but you're not looking at the rudeness. You're looking at what can you leave. Leave a good message with that person. Because some of them you will hear they say a thing or two, like if you say, how are you? They'll say, boy, I'm worried right now because I don't know my bedhead from my bed foot. You know what I mean? Because some people, even though they're in these kind of areas, they do live paycheck to paycheck like everybody else. Everybody ain't living because hey, I'm over here and I'm this. They still do. Some people still do live paycheck to paycheck. You know. So that's how we go. So just bear in mind when we go to these places, find ways to encourage. If you ever leave a word of encouragement, we pray and hope that things turn around quickly. You know. That's all you gotta hope because the longer things take to resolve, the more stress it will put on anything that have to deal with or depend. So it doesn't matter what, anything. If an organization is run by up there's a fundings too, oh yes, it can put a damper on a lot of stuff. And who it come back down to? Everybody that they care for. So bear that in mind, people. Our life. Yeah. We have to hope and pray. So bear that in mind. Plus, it's a holiday coming now. Come on, who want nothing to be tied up? Who want nothing to be tied up? A holiday coming, people making plans, plus people, you know what I mean? So, but we just go back to say it's life, and we should stand with each other. We should stand. Doesn't matter where you're from. You don't have nothing. If you're caught up in anything, and you have to be waiting, or so we should stand up with each other. Lashana Success say, hi, champ. Bless up yourself, Lashana Success. Bless up yourself, man. So, so we should stand with each other. Whether if you know your brother, your sister, your auntie, your uncle, whosoever, friends, church member, everybody that you know that are out here impacting something and they depend on Odessa to make sure everything can evenly distributed. We have to stand by these people so that things can get back on track, you know what I mean? And Lashana Success said, that's right. Yes, man, we have to stand in one love. Yes, Lashana Success, one love, man, one love, one unity, one strength, you know what I mean? Because in times like these, they have a song say, in times like these, we need a savior. So in times like these, that's when we need to show in what they call it solidarity. We need to stand up and believe that things will work out, but we also gotta stand in prayer. I mean, prayer and pray that these people that are making these things remember that they might be secure, but the majority is not. You know what I mean? So we have to learn to do. We don't have to force with ego. We don't have to let our ego get the best of us or anything. We can be everything peacefully, and then sooner or later things will work out. Because it's not easy. Plus holiday coming up, that can be a lot of nerves wracking right there. Because people have plans. Some people have plans to start travel. Some people, you know what I mean? And I can promise you that a lot of people have plans to this paycheck. And if they don't see it hitting, also that can send some people over the edge. You know what I mean? Even though some of us in life, we have more bills than some, depending on what we take on and ourselves for. So, but that doesn't change the fact that you work, you're supposed to get your pay, and that doesn't change the fact that if you are tied up in Updesa, we call it Updesa. you have to understand with each other that it's not easy. It's not easy. So we have to stand up and we have to fight. We gotta fight. We gotta fight, people, because that's the only way we're gonna stand with these people and let them know that, hey, everything will work out. Because when things are not going good, your mind start to go left. And when your mind start to go left, that's not good. So we have to learn to stand firm with schools, any organization, not just schools, but any organization that depend on dividend from up there. So to make sure everything they pay workers, running this, running that. We have to stand firm with these people. Some of you are very good at writing some of these people, like these organization letters. I mean, I hope and pray if some of you in a good position to see what can we do in the meantime. Is there anything you guys need that we can sponsor you guys, or we can donate or anything? I mean, if you're not in those good positions and not depend on up there, so and we can do that to some of these organizations. Go ahead and stamp on a love right there. Go ahead and show some love right there, so they can keep going for throughout the Christmas. You know what I mean? Because come on, man. Christmas will be Christmas for so many people when things are not flowing the way it needs to be flowing. You have to remember that. I haven't seen her in a long time. hmm So we all have power. We're gonna do something with it. You know what I mean? So stand up. It's not easy nowadays, people. And if you ever work in any place that have to pay you from this, where you pay distributed through them, you already know what it is. You already know. You already feel what it needs to feel like. Because this is not the first time, you know what I mean? But maybe this is the first long one. Hopefully not. Because next month, Thanksgiving, then the other month is Christmas. So when everything tangle up, it put a halt on a lot of stuff. A lot of where people go shop, the way people go and travel, the way people go and invite people. Let's say you were planning to invite 10 people to a function, whether it's your wedding, your birthday, your anniversary, just to have a good time, whatever it is. You won't be able to expand your invitation to nobody. It's going to be so small and everything because you have to downsize because you rather be safe than sorry. You understand? So sometimes, and then it's not easy when you tell, let's say you tell 20 people, say, hey, for Christmas, I want all of you to come to my house, no cooking. You don't have to cook from your house or anything. Just bring yourself, bring your family, bring an empty stomach to come and eat. And only to realize that these people were banking on their paycheck to do that. Because they secure themselves otherwise. But they were banking on their paycheck to help in another way. And then if a resolution don't come through quickly, not one just throw at the table, but something that is effective and can stand on. Also, these people have to go call up a lot of people and say, hey, we gonna have to cancel. Hey, I told you guys I was supposed to have a meeting the other day with one of the department for my son, and they sent me back a text and said due to the ongoing lockdown, they can't. So they're not gonna have it till all the way till I think either next month or the other month. So it just goes to show a lot of things will be put on hold. And if you don't think you're gonna feel it, if you have children, elderly, everybody will feel something. Whether you're not in it, but you have a family member, you have a friend, somebody will be affected. And that's why we say, we have to stand. We have to stand in solidarity. And as I said, if some of you are in good position to make things happen. I know a lot of people out here making things happen behind the scene, and I have to come out and say, because I know a lot of people do something behind the scene. But if you can go to some of these organizations, all right, them a letter. Is there anything we can do while go? I know, because you can research the the agencies that are also help funded by UPDESA, and they're struggling to make two ends meet to cater for the as many people as they can cater for. And if you guys in a position to do that, write to these people and see how you can be of an asset right there to step in so that things can go. Because come on now, you know.
When she was asked what was Kareem like as a kid, she was like, "Oh, Kareem would be in the room. If she couldn't figure something out, she would stay up all night trying to
Yeah.
figure it out." So I am like innately that type of person. And I go back. So in the book,
So
I
it
tell the
just goes to
story of
show
what
how
happened
we
in those
have
10
to
weeks. It was
we
very
have to
interesting
stand
because
up,
I
you know
would
what I
read
mean?
it and read it
Because
every single day.
sometimes we
And I
think
can
that,
tell you
oh,
right
this don't
now,
bother me.
anyone who's
Oh,
watching,
this don't affect
President
me.
Biden
Oh,
is
yes, it
one of
do.
the most decent
Because when things
people
are getting out of hand, are getting out of control,
and
and some things we, no matter how we say we have a house, we could lock ourselves in it, we could turn off all device, we could turn off anything, we could turn off gadget, we could shut our mouth, but somebody gonna bring it to you. Hey, did you did you know such a hey, did you hear what's going on? You know what I mean? So even when you, where you go, when they say do not disturb, yeah, with the phone. So do not disturb. Something will disturb something. It might not disturb you, it might not disturb me, but it will disturb the majority because of what is going on, and they are affected by it. You know what I mean? So even though we can in something and say, oh, this don't affect me. Oh, this don't bother me. You know, Cham say at some point it will come to you. Yes, man. At some point, yes, because especially when you're a passionate person about life and everything, oh yes, definitely will come to you. And it come to you in a way that you say you have to be grateful and you have to be thankful and you have to say, God, thank you for putting me in a situation, because what if I had did this, then I would be in this, you know what I mean? And that's when we start to think, hey, Brian, we're gonna call you Brian, okay, Brian. It's how we handle it. Yes, man, how we deal with situation and all of that, it's gonna make the difference. And that's why we say sending out love, be I just say one love up there, sending out the love and be empathic with others and sympathetic with others. Or so we don't have to be petty with them or anything. We just have to understand and move forward and just pray, because I think prayer move a lot of stuff sometimes. But when the majority of us not praying and we only pray when something is happening, it's not how they work. We have to always be on the go, praying. You know, Yesterday I was here, and I had done something a while where I put my. They said, "Oh, you're on this waiting list for open," and they said, "Just put your name on it," and I put my name on it. And when I put my name on it, burst up yourself, Brian. I put my name on it, and I even forgot that I had put my name on the waiting list. You know what I mean? And then yesterday I checked my email. It popped up on my phone, and I checked my email, and I'm like, "What?" So I just start go there, fill out the application, and do what I had to do yesterday. And I'm like, ain't God good? I said, ain't he good? I just start fill out the application, and then I gotta wait for them to send me something in the mail so I can start. Yes, what a blessing, champs. Yes, man. Eh? And I fill out the application, then they take me, follow out their direction, then they take me on another side, what I must do, and then, so when I start do what I gotta do, that's how I can get my little dividend coming. You know what I mean? So it just goes to show that sometimes we have to wait. And we have to wait patiently too. Sometimes you even have to forget about what you were waiting on for it to come. Because when you think too much about something that, oh, this person have something for me, I need it will never come. But it's when you least expect it. You ever see somebody owe you something? How many people somebody ever owe something? And you totally forget about that $20 you had lent somebody. And Christmas comes, some people like to pay their bills because they don't like that. They carry traditions with them. They don't like to carry it over in the next year because that's a baggage. Yes, some people do that as a tradition. So if you owe somebody, you want to clear it up before the year done. If it's something like you owe a friend or family, yes. And they will say, but when you forget about the stuff, you see somebody come and just squeeze in your hand like this, and you open up your hand, and when you look, you see money that, and you say, what is this for? Only to realize you have taken your mind off this thing long time, years ago, months ago, weeks ago. because the person you probably lend don't like to pay bills. That person probably don't like to pay bills. But all of a sudden you see this person just come up to you and just hand you something and you open your hand and look. And you say, what is this? You don't even remember that you had lent this person the money. You say, see? But it come right in time because guess what? You probably wanted that extra $20 to do something, or that extra 500, or that extra $1,000, and it will come right in time. You know what I mean? Even with the shutdown too, it might feel a way for some people not to get their pay right there, but if they do get their lump sum, then at least they can see something out of it. And they will look and say, well, it's not all that bad because at least instead of getting $1,000, they can get maybe two, $3,000 depending, and then they can see something out of it better than when you just get 500 here, 500 here, 500 here, 500 here. You get that little lump sum. Yes, you can stretch it right there and then, and at least you can pan out and say, all right, let me put back $20 here because I had borrowed $20 out of my saving or something. You can do that, you know what I mean? Because everything requires to discipline, and everything will also require changes too. Changes too, because when things happen, not just with life, but when things happen, it do cause us to make adjustment, to tweak things sometimes, or to even change of plan, and it's not for you to feel bad about your changes of plan. It's also to say, you know what, maybe I was gonna do it, it wasn't necessary. I didn't really need to do it, and you don't have to feel bad about not doing it. You should look at it as something good. You know what I mean? 'Cause it could save you instead of causing you to spend more. Because sometimes what you were planning to spend more, because of what's going on, it put you in a way where it costs to. Some people weren't even budgeting until when something happened. They say, I need to. And that's how you're going to survive going forward. Because it's just like they say, when you're young, you just spend, not thinking about rainy day. Not everybody, but majority not thinking about rainy day. You know what I mean? And then that's where we get caught up sometimes. But if you realize that you're determined and you believe that you can get out of anything you're in, it come with determination and it come with discipline. It come with communication. It come with also you doing your research to see if this is the kind of life you want to live for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? Just like even with sickness. When somebody start to get sick, they realize that they go here and they go there, so many things start to get expensive. They change their lifestyle. They change their diet. They change everything. They change what we eat, what we put in our body if we weren't like that before because of how we were living. And then changes are nothing wrong with changes. If they're good changes, nothing wrong with them. If they're gonna stop you from going down the rabbit hole, nothing wrong with good changes. If it's gonna benefit you back in the long run, nothing wrong with changes. If people dotting their eyes and crossing their T correctly to make changes, and in the end you see something put forth and say, okay, this is what we got, it's gonna help. Nothing wrong with those changes. As long as majority can see what's going forward, because it's not just some, but everybody need to be able to see and understand what is going on going forward. You know what I mean? So that if you need to make life changes, you have to do it. And don't feel bad about changes either, because many times it's about accepting. Sometimes it's not about the changes, but sometimes we're not willing to accept changes. Or we're not willing to accept changes. Sorry. 7 million people that showed up at the grew by millions. Come on. From the first to the second to the third. When we're not willing to make changes or accept changes, that's where we can put a halt on life. We can put a damp on life. You know what I mean? Some changes are going to challenge you, for sure. But in the long run, you will be able to say, that at all. Oh, we did it. Yeah. Because mind you, anything you're gonna do, even if you're gonna relocate, you're gonna move, you're gonna change vehicle, you're gonna change house, some people gonna change out their house right now for Christmas, rearrange, maybe change carpet, curtain, whatever. Sometimes they love the pieces that they have already. But then they realize, you know what? I got it over 10, 15 years. It's time for me to let it go. Or it's time for me to put it into a box or put in a donation box, wash it, clean it up, donate it, or store it to use another time or so. And sometimes you might not willing to let it go right away. And you're gonna have to realize that if you're gonna keep storing this stuff, all you're gonna do is just boop, 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 and then nothing going out. Everything does store. Things coming in, but you're storing. And sometimes we have to let go of things for changes to come. We have to let go of things for peace of mind. You know what I mean? We have to let go of things so that we can set free from our past too. Oh yes, we have to let go of things so we can set free from our past life. You know what I mean? Past life, whether it is anything at all that was you feel like it was something about to affect you in the long run because you keep dwelling on it. Or so we have to learn to let go of those things. And when we let go of these things, it's not an overnight let go either. Nothing that we're trying to let go is not overnight. Just like what you see is going on, you realize it's not overnight. Boom, we close. Boom, tomorrow we open. Okay, here we have a solution. This is what we're going to do now. It's not an overnight. So clearly we can tell that same thing with life. Same thing with the decision we're going to make personally for ourselves. Sometimes the decision we're going to make, sometimes it's not going to be an easy one. Sometimes they're not going to be the decision that we're going to really like either. But at the moment, and that's why I like the word moments, because within that moment, it might be the best decisions. And sometimes within that moment, it might not also be the best decision. But when you're not thinking clearly, everything within that moment is how you're feeling, how you're thinking, is whatever you're thinking within that moment is going to make the situation either go left, go south, go west, go north, whatever, whichever direction, and then sometimes, and that's why they say when you're making decisions as well, everything have to be very carefully planned out, calculated, because if not, then it can come up in your face, and then when it come up in your face, you're like, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't do that. I should have thought this thing through. I should have think this thing through. I should have reached out to somebody else who are more knowledgeable, more expert in the field, that can give you some more insight before I did that, or before I do that, before I say that. But you won't know until you do something sometime. You won't know. I mean, and the way life is so ordained that some things is like you have to do it then. You have to say it now. If you don't say it now, then you might end up losing with your train of thought. How many times you have something to say in anything you're doing? And because you hear your instincts that you have to say it now, and you didn't get the chance to say it now, what happened? You lose all of that. You lose all that bit of information because it was within the moment. It wasn't for long period. It was for the moment. You know what I mean? Like this song right there, that's it. In a moment like this, we will sing a song. All right. So it was within the moment. So sometimes when you need to say something, and you say, and then you hear, oh, I forgot. It was meant to be in the moment, and we have to understand what the moment is, because everybody moments is going to be different. Moments could mean you're having a meltdown and you just need to be left alone. I mean, moments could mean that you're going through stuff and you're handling it the best way you can. I mean, you're dealing with things, you're going through this, you're everything, you're battling, but you're fighting that battle. You're not fighting that battle to say, yeah, I won. You're fighting the battle so that you can stand up, and not only stand up for you, because when you stand up and represent you, you also represent your children, your family, your relative, your friends, and for anybody else that might also need help later, you can also stand up for those people as well. Because you listen, you're in this world, we're gonna meet people who, some people don't have no salt, some people don't have no sugar, some people don't have no clothes, some people don't have nothing, nowhere to sleep. Or so we're gonna meet everything in this life. As long as we are here on this planet, We're gonna meet everything in this life, whether it have anything to do with you as the individual, but it could be people around you that need something, need a shelter, need clothes, need food, need anything, just the basic essential. And you'll be surprised, but they don't look like they need it. It's not about looks. Because sometimes looks even get people overlooked. Not real, because they must look like they out they suffering. No, you don't have to look like you're suffering for you to be suffering. You don't have to look like you're suffering for needing help. You could just have a fall in your life, a setback. And you might need to say, hey uncle, can I borrow $2? Hey sister, can I borrow $2 till I get somebody? I give it back to you. It's just setbacks. But don't dwell on your setbacks. Fight your setbacks. Because dwelling on the setbacks will also put you further back. But fighting your setbacks is telling yourself that when I get out of this, it will never happen again. You go fight to make sure you stay afloat and manage what you need to manage better, do what you need to do better. We all fall, we all rise. That's just what it is. You know. So people, your girl ain't gonna stay any longer because as soon as he get out of school, then we gonna have to go print up do some stuff on the road, and then come back and then prepare for tomorrow. And I gotta try me on a suit. I don't know if it can fit me, but I will try on a suit. Because some places you're going require you to be long sleeve, nothing like these. Can't be revealing like this. You have to be professional and all of that. So yeah. Yeah, people. So you walk good today, family. I remember, keep everybody in your thoughts and prayers because we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen, but we can pray. You see, the universe, he answer prayer. So when we all send in the positive vibration out there in the universe and keep everybody in your thoughts and prayers and whatever this thing might do to some people who are, working. Not to say they're not working, they're working, but this thing putting them like they're not working, if that makes sense. Because if you're not getting your pay, what you're supposed to, it will make you feel like, what's the purpose of me working? But don't feel like that. Just keep going, keep clocking in, because one day you will be clocking out a fat check or something, and you won't even remember that you were that stressed out 2 days ago, or you won't remember how eager you were. You won't remember how all this, and just get back on track. Something you may lose, which you may miss a birthday, but you can have belated birthday party. So sometimes you're gonna have to do belated birthday party. Nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? It may be 2 days later, 2 days early. So if you have to do what you gotta do, do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? It's life, people. Just don't make our situation fight us to go further back by too much stress. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Don't let it go. You say fat checks and those common checks. Yes, man. Those fat checks. Yes, man. And then the sweet we so till when you get that fat check, you say, yeah. But then you have a lot of bills to pay if you didn't have any back things to back you up, like you didn't have a generator, you know what I mean? So you say give it a run and no stress. Yes, man, give it a run, be a generator. When we don't have no light, some people have generators and they ease their stress. So some things in life, it just tell us that we have to learn to have backup. We have to learn. Nothing wrong in having a generator. Nothing wrong. You know what I mean? It's how we're gonna generate. And it's how we're gonna prepare going forward. It's the changes. But everything will be good, people. So walk good, have a blessed day. Thank you, Lashana. Success, Brian, everybody that was here. Big shout out to all the top fans, VIPs, yeah, you, to all the members, to all of the likers, the sharers, the commenters, the well wishers, and the subscribers. Bless upon yourself, and to all content creators, and to everybody that is out here that have to get paid by up there. Just remember, everything will be worked out. Hopefully, Christmas, you can have a nice Christmas. Lashana said, 2027, we are going to Jamaica. Hopefully, I can go with you. Let's see. That would be good. I surprise you down there in Jamaica. Lashana, success. Champs, where you at? I'm on surf. Let's see. Dreams are valid. Yeah, we could be laughing and the dreams is coming true. We just don't know when. All right. When they say you may not know when, you may not know how, but it will always come true. Yes, man. So hopefully, yeah. Hopefully, so everything is about patience. Yes, Charles, you say you will. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. And so forth. So until then, people, walk good and remember, keep everybody in your thoughts and prayers. Keep the school, keep everything that the organization that distributes so many things to people day in day out. Keep them in your thoughts, keep them in your prayers, and to everybody that is working up and up there, so is giving them their little dividend. Pray for these people, because remember, they're also some of us go to them all the time for help in this or help in that, and if they can't function, they won't be able to function and execute the way they want to execute life, because they are worried about what they're gonna do, how they're gonna live. They're gonna have to talk to their landlord, and some landlord is not talkable. Yeah, some of them is evictionable. So you have to pay that in mind as well. So keep everything, keep all the thoughts, keep all the love, keep all the prayers. Let's stand firm with everybody and what's going on, so that we can keep abreast of what's going on and stay current. Until then, peace out.
Is menopause or perimenopause